London, May 5, 1915. Colonel House to the President, telegram. I believe that a sharp note indicating your determination to demand full reparation would be sufficient in this instance. I am afraid a more serious breach may at any time occur, for they seem to have no regard for consequences. Edward House. On the morning of May 7th, House and Gray drove out to Kew. We spoke of the probability of an ocean liner being sunk. Recorded House. And I told him if this were done, a flame of indignation would sweep across America, which would in itself probably carry us into the war. An hour later, House was with King George in Buckingham Palace. We fell to talking, strangely enough. The colonel wrote that night of the probability of Germany sinking a transatlantic liner. He said, suppose they should sink the Lusitania with American passengers on board. That evening House dined at the American embassy. A dispatch came in, stating that at 2 in the afternoon a German submarine had torpedoed and sank the Lusitania off the southern coast of Ireland. Many lives had been lost. Thus did Germany interpret the freedom of the seas. New York, October 17, 1915. Colonel House to Sir Edward Grey. Dear Sir Edward, it has occurred to me that the time may soon come when this government should intervene between the belligerents and demand that peace parleys begin upon the broad basis of the elimination of militarism and navalism. In my opinion, it would be a worldwide calamity if the war should continue to a point where the Allies could not, with the aid of the United States, bring about a peace along the lines you and I have so often discussed. What I want you to know is that, whenever you consider the time as propitious for this intervention, I will propose it to the President. He may then desire me to go to Europe in order that a more intimate understanding as to procedure may be had. It is in my mind that, after conferring with your government, I should proceed to Berlin and tell them that it was the President's purpose to intervene and stop this destructive war, provided the weight of the United States thrown on the side that accepted our proposal could do it. I would not let Berlin know, of course, of any understanding had with the Allies, but would rather lead them to think our proposal would be rejected by the Allies. This might induce Berlin to accept the proposal, but, if they did not do so, it would nevertheless be the purpose to intervene. If the Central Powers were still obdurate, it would probably be necessary for us to join the Allies and force the issue. I want to call your attention to the danger of postponing action too long. If the Allies should be unsuccessful and become unable to do their full share, it would be increasingly difficult, if not impossible, for us to intervene. I would have made this proposal to the President last autumn, but you will remember that it was not agreeable to the Allies. It might be well for you to cable me under the code we have between us, unless you prefer to send a letter. The understanding will be that the discussion is entirely between you and me until it is desired that it be broadened further. Sincerely yours, E. M. House.